I think it's pretty egregious what's been happening to us the last few games. You know, a minus 31 free throw discrepancy, and the disrespect right now for our team has been pretty unbelievable.
What is up, world? Welcome back. ChargeTheGame podcast. And Indiana Fever lose in heartbreaking fashion to the New York Liberty, who looks like the best team in the WNBA. And not trying to make any excuses here, but Stephanie White, guys, Coach White is calling out the horrendous officiating towards Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. Now, we know, guys, that the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark are the it team. They are going to be targeted. They are going to be fouled. They are going to be heckled. They are going to be aimed and picked at, guys, because of this person here on the screen, Caitlin Clark. We all know this. But the officiating, who is pandering to a lot of the other teams and the women who despise Caitlin Clark, has not gone unnoticed. As Coach White, 4 games into the season, has had enough.
I thought she got fouled. You know, I think it's pretty egregious what's been happening to us the last few games. You know, a minus 31 free throw discrepancy. And I might be able to understand it if we were just chucking threes, but we're not. We're attacking the rim. And the disrespect right now for our team has been pretty unbelievable. So it's disappointing, you know, that it doesn't go both ways, or it hasn't gone both ways. But we also can't allow that to consume us, right? Like, we've got to be able to play through that. We've got to be able to control the things that we can control. You know, I felt like at times our late game execution was good, and I consider most of the latter half of the fourth quarter, because it was a tight ball game. We're still not recognizing our mismatches. You know, I felt like AB had plenty of opportunities. We could have gotten her touches down low, and you know, we had some turnovers, key turnovers. We settled at times. You know, we fought, but we can't dig ourselves a hole in the beginning.
What do we do about this? As Coach White has had enough, man. I think that anybody who watched that game was a very physical game. Caitlin Clark had a terrible shooting night. I think she went 2 for 12 or something like that. But the point of the matter is, guys, that though the New York Liberty team is the best, could you imagine, because we did miss some open layups, the Indiana Fever, they missed some open layups. Could you imagine if we would have made those layups and some of those free throws, guys? Easily. This is supposed to be the best team in the W, and the Indiana Fever, who is quite fresh, seemingly is able to compete with them at the highest level, even when the officiating is against Caitlin Clark and going in favor of the opposing teammates or the opposing player. So that lets me know that once they get it together, once they gel a little bit more, once Coach White kind of familiarizes her rotations and goes with lineups that really work, then I do believe that the Indiana Fever, which like they did last season, they rounded off into tip-top shape, and they look like a very dangerous team, and they did make the playoffs for the first time in years, right? I don't know what the hell Kathy Engelbert is doing, but enough is enough. Coach White says, quote, "There's a system to make sure that we can send stuff in and communicate our grievances, so to speak." I don't know that I ever feel like the system works, Coach White said. We're not looking for a change. We're just looking for consistency. Do we think we're going to reach that level of consistency with the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark right now? Because I'm under the impression that the officiating is going the way it is going because they don't want it to make it look like Caitlin Clark is the white privileged girl. And I'm not trying to be a Ryan Clark, guys, but the point of the matter is, and just being brutally honest here, this is coming down to that white bitch that these women despise. You saw Brittany Griner literally caught on camera talking about effing white girl. I mean, look at everything thrown in her direction from these angry, racist women. And we think that the officiating wants to go against that machine? No, thank you. They'll rather hurt the feelings of suburban white girl Caitlin Clark by going against her, by pandering to the other women who despise her. They want everyone to feel loved. Caitlin Clark has more. Caitlin Clark has the millions, the endorsements, you name it, on the court, off the court, the popularity, LeBron James reposting her, which I will be making a video about that, because I'm starting to see, guys, Angel Reese be in her feelings that LeBron James shows more attention to the white girl, Caitlin Clark, and not her. But I believe that she's unaware she doesn't have a skill set to get behind. But nonetheless, guys, we're going to stay here as best we can on the officiating of Caitlin Clark. It has to get better. I mean, don't you guys want to grow the game? We're not asking for change. Coach White said we're asking for consistency. Can we please be consistent? Can we please be consistent? Because that win and loss column will look drastically different when it's all said and done if the referees are somehow able to be consistent. And we just don't see them being that way. Too much pandering, too much scissoring. Probably likes this player more. Probably likes that player more. Caitlin Clark, headstrong, shows up, a true professional, comes in, do her job, heterosexual, has a boyfriend, has a life, does not want to entertain all of the WNBA's bullshit, just wants to show play basketball. Doesn't come off as cocky, doesn't come off as bratty and prissy. She's just a hooper, man, and people love it. So much that the referees try to throw water on it, man. They try to put out Caitlin Clark's flame. I mean, I'm telling you, man, like, I mean, when I watch these other games, I'm not seeing these women go at other players like they go at Caitlin Clark. And trust me, I'm watching. We saw the Angel Reese video. No one's going at her. We know she doesn't have the skill set that Caitlin Clark has. But you kind of see like this, yeah, I'm going to defend you a little bit, but I ain't going to go too hard on you. Everybody's trying to give Caitlin Clark their best shot. I think that we're going to see Caitlin Clark visibly frustrated a lot this season. I think we're going to see her chippy a lot this season. I think that Caitlin Clark, guys, is just, she's going to have to be a little more mean. She's going to have to be a little more out of her character to exist in this league. Hopefully for the better, hopefully for the better. But so far, she's handling herself quite well under the circumstances of these opposing angry women and the officiating that's quite terrible, right? In the comment section, guys, right away, they're showing a play where, look at this foul. Nothing called. Nothing called. Look at this. And you see nothing to see here. Please disperse. I personally think the refs are trying to send a message ever since CC called them out second game and how she keep chirping at them, right? And we know that Caitlin Clark gets a bit chippy. I mean, it's a high contact game, guys. Seems like these women play very physical, which I do like about the WNBA. In comparison to the NBA, we only see physicality when it comes to the playoffs. We're seeing this on a regular basis in the W, which I thoroughly enjoy. But Caitlin Clark, man, she doesn't go at the players as much. She does go at those refs, though. I will say that. And maybe they are secretly getting together and convoluting to, show her or send her some type of message. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Used to coach one of the toughest teams in the league last year. Now she whining in the media. What changed? Well, I don't know, man. You let a generational talent fall into your hands and make it your responsibility. I'd say a lot would change. And right away, you're going to notice if teams are getting away with murder or getting calls that your superstar is not getting when she's clearly experiencing, and not just Caitlin Clark, these other teammates of hers, they're experiencing high volume contact, man, and nothing is being called. This needed to be said. I agree with you, Raquel. Nice little profile picture too. Anyway, let me not distract myself here. Boston and Reese neck and neck in the race for best at being worst at layups. And the crazy part about it is, man, this league is not talented, man. Well, when you see a female in this league or a woman who can literally finish at the rim, that's probably one of the star players on the team, because apparently people are allergic to layups in the W, man. They can't catch or lay the ball up sometimes. I totally agree. I watched the game. It seems the refs were aiming for the Liberty to win, called everything on the Fever and nothing on the Liberty, especially with Hull. It was amazing how the game is construed by the refs in favoritism. Yep. And this is going to be the trend. They don't want to upset these women, man. They don't want to make them mad. They don't want to call it like they should. Besides Caitlin Clark being annoying and probably a nuisance and calling them out because they aren't doing their job, the New York Liberty team, they're pretty good, man. They are the defending champs, and they are playing like it. They simply are playing like it. I mean, at least, guys, the Fever didn't go out like Chicago Sky did a few days ago. I mean, that was bad. Nonetheless, guys, we don't want to make this an excuse. We don't want to make this a trend. We got to call it like we see it. There are a lot of people who still feel like Coach White didn't make the best decisions, that she should have called or challenged that play really late in the game, and she did not. So, guys, I do feel like there's a bit of a dilemma with that as well. I think that Coach White has to loosen up a little bit. I think that there are signs of a little Christie size going on. I'm just going to be honest. But, it's still early. We're only 4 games in. I want to hear your thoughts. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not. Make sure you guys like, share, hit that notification bell for more future content. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.